You see that, Hines? We're gonna take it.
We have James Burns here from Black Ops. James is Frank Woods in Black Ops.
Welcome back. It's time to announce the character of the year. All right, and the winner is Sergeant Woods, Call of Duty Black Ops.
Looks don't count for shit in the jungle. It's nah, baby.
It's you, yes! Yes!
Frank Woods.
Frank Woods! Yeah! Call of Duty Black Ops!
I'm here with Dave Anthony, director of Black Ops, and we are here at House of Moves because we are going into the mocap room to do something a little special with Frank Woods. Can you tell me how he was able to steal the spotlight and the VGA nomination when he's not even a playable character?
The actor James Burns, if you knew this guy and if you meet him, you will instantly know the answer to this. James is such a charismatic guy, and he just is this character.
So you are Sergeant Frank Woods in Call of Duty Black Ops.
You think I'm fucking nuts? This guy. You think I'm fucking nuts? This guy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, let's see. Who's here? Everybody's here. My goodness. None the none. Don't need no man. Stop telling me I do. Freya. How you doing, kid? Jude Policella. Glad you're back, man. Let's see. Danielle Reza is watching from the brewery. What brewery would that be? Yeah, I'm a little hoarse today. I shot a. Can I talk about this? It's really fucking cool. It's like going to be. It's a huge thing. We shot it on. Was it 2 nights ago? Yeah, 2 nights ago, and I blew my voice out in the scene. I was playing an FBI guy. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are going to love this. I can't talk about it now, but it's really fucking cool. Hang on. Anyways, yeah, so I'm a little hoarse, and it's an high IQ nugget. Good. McGucket, I love that name. Makarov's here. Boars. I mean, it's not onion time, man. It's T-bone steak time. Yeah, you're here. You made it, man. You made it. And Meowster. The Meowster is here. Love it. Hey, Nurse Batshit, where's David Spaghetti? I can't yell today. I would do it, but my I blew my voice out doing some high volume work the other day. Yeah, MC Duo. I'm glad you're here. Walk around, meet some people, say hi. It's a great community. We always love meeting new people, and please introduce yourself. Everybody, say hi to McDo. What if? Yeah, Wolf, I'm glad we got that straightened out. Only took a year. Hey, Toby, good to see you too, buddy. Sure, The Shining, absolutely. Hey, Marcus, the promoter. MVP, come on, you're an old school, you're an old G. You're all good, man. Well, Josh, we actually had several endings. We only kept 3 of them. I think they actually we shot 5. We had 7. We shot 5. I have all the endings in live action because they never rented them. I got that, and I have footage of Nurse Batshit. Yeah, there's actually footage. There was a scene with Nurse Batshit, and it didn't make the game, but yeah, I have that too. Narkster, how you doing, buddy? Glad you stopped by. No, not back shit. Bat shit. Batshit. It is a homage to my favorite horror movie. Well, it's like, okay, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, starred Jack Nicholson, and then he was in The Shining, which is my favorite horror movie. And then the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, there is a nurse called Nurse Ratchet. And somehow it sounds like he says Nurse Batshit. So that line was an homage to Jack Nicholson. Yeah. For 450 years. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. I love you're in Ireland, right? Yeah. I love the history. When you go to Europe, it just gets ancient. When I was there, I remember going to a castle that was like 1,000 years old. It just was unbelievably haunting. Freya, I can't say it online. It's funny as fuck. I'm not gonna put it online. But you guys saw what happened to Dr. Disrespect. Any guys got any comments on that? Any opinions on that? I have none, but I'm not really quite sure what's going on. I just know he's in trouble again. Hey, Dante, how you doing, buddy? Dante. All right, Ben. You've been around forever. Good to see you. Glad you're back. Shuni, how you doing, kid? Let's see. It is. It's Kubrick's. Well, I mean, Kubrick's done so many great films, but yeah, I think it's his masterpiece. Well, you get ready, man. Pack well. Leave your firearms and ammunition at home, right? Interesting. I never thought of that. I'm going to get cool in this one. Hang on. That's a very cool statement. Hang on. There you go. Now I'm going to be cool. Yeah, I never thought of that. I never put these two together. I have no problem with people being proud of who they are and what they are. What I don't like, and I like this is across the board. I don't like when I have to sit in traffic for 2 hours because you want to shake your ass in the middle of La Cienega Boulevard. That's fine. Let me know ahead of time so I can go around or make it easy for me. But and same thing when it comes to like the St. Patty's Day parade in New York. It shuts the city down. It's a fucking pain in the ass. For those of you who don't want to participate in the party, basically it's just a party for a group of people. And unfortunately, across the board, whenever you have some day dedicated to one group, that group always tends to act. There's always a percentage of that group that's going to act stupidly. You can't help it. It's human nature. It's group dynamics. So I put them in. They're not special. I put them in the same group as everybody else. You know, shut down your block. In West Hollywood's great. They shut down the whole block, and I love that. That's okay. I can avoid it. Have your party. Enjoy your time. I don't want to be part of it, but rock on. I just when you shut down streets and you can't get past that, then it's like you're making me pay. Then it's no longer pride. Then you just want to be you're just demanding attention, and that's like go do that in your own time. Hey, Vinny. Yeah, that's I have a Martin and I got a Gibson Hummingbird. It's a lot of voiceover gigs on the wall there. Oh, I'm so proud of you, man. Congratulations. Allie, thanks, buddy. Thanks, Mason. Yeah, like I said, I am this is what I generally sound like after it's called battle rattle. When you get into boxing, you just start screaming all those, you got to scream over the gunfire, so you're screaming. And this is where my voice ends up after about 3.5 hours of screaming. So it was like, yes. I think I gotta write this guy a letter. Seek out zombies. All right. I don't know I don't know the story with that. I avoid talking about it because I don't know the whole story. What I do know is the internet can be a cesspool. It can be, and you gotta keep your head up. It's like knowing that there's crocodiles in the water and you still cross. Crocodile bites you, you're a fucking idiot. It's like the people who jog at night in New York, right? I get you. What are you doing? What if you're a female and you're jogging at 2:00 in the morning in New York City? That's an act of arrogance. I know MMA fighters who wouldn't jog in New York at 2:00 in the morning. So you got to have an understanding of the environment you're in, pay attention to it, and that's all there's to it. And that's an environment that's there's a lot of slippery slopes there, Yeah, you are chopped liver. Yeah. But you can't worry about that. That's just people not wanting to lose their status. Look at our biggest issue right now, and you saw it during the debates the other night, is people are striding to achieve a victim status. Because once you can claim victimhood and rally people to your side, you now have leverage. It's called victim leveraging. You leverage your victimhood and you intimidate everybody around you to give you what you want, because now they're terrified of being homophobic or being racist or being what. And most things don't fall. It's just if someone's acting stupidly, there are probably reasons beyond just their skin color or their sexual orientation or their gender, right? So don't be afraid of that. Know yourself, know whether you're acting from a place of bias, but other than that, tell them to fuck off. Seriously, we got to start doing that, because the more you let people be victims, the more victims we're going to create. Then all of a sudden, all you do is walk around worrying about, oh God, I put a black jacket on. Am I going to piss somebody off? Oh, I wore sneakers today. Oh my God, we get to that idiocy. We got to stop it. Know your behavior, know your biases. Work to balance those out, and then just don't be afraid of people's opinions, because they don't really define you. And that's the thing about this whole group, is that they use other people's words, thoughts, and actions as a personal definition. If you don't do this, I can't feel good about myself. Well, that's not my problem. Grapefruit, I couldn't agree more. Well, it's exacerbated. I think it comes from a genuine place where people just want to feel special. They want to be, they want to be seen. Everyone wants to feel special. They don't think they're special. And so you get a group of people who reflect values back to each other. They can feel special in an environment. And yes, corporations, I do believe they exploit it. Like everything else, we exploit our passions for football, our passions for music. you're going to get, if you like something, you will get exploited at some point. I ain't looking to sound like shit. Yeah, well, there you go. Like I said, I blew out my voice on a job the other night. Well, those are the things I'm talking about. You know, that I believe that crosses the border of good taste. If it was a woman in assless chaps, I'd be like, that's what hookers do. You know, that's not a cool thing. Like if you saw a woman walk around assless chaps, you probably would call the cops on her. So I agree. There's got to be some level of civility in this shit. You know, now if like in West Hollywood they block it off, you know not to go there. Go boys, have a good time. But when you're in a GP general population, that's, you know, what are you expressing? Like what a woman or man dresses like that, what are you expressing to the world? I'm expressing myself. Well, how? What are you saying? Well, what are you trying to let the world know? You know, that you don't have any respect for your own body? I don't know. That's hey, Liz Gal, good, smart. Yeah. Wow, that got there fast. I'm impressed. Well, sorry it cost was so expensive getting it there. They had to jump through a lot of hoops to do that. I had no idea that you guys have all these taxes and shit. And anyways, I'm glad it got to you. Yeah. Renee the Odd Fellow, welcome, welcome. You graduate next year, Markarov, unbelievable. But see, baloney, that's not homophobic. You have beliefs. It's not homophobic. You believe something other than they doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just maybe you shouldn't go to the same parties. You know, like you got to have the freedom to let people live, as long as they don't, you know, force you into making decisions you don't want to make, right? So I you know, it's fine. I mean, it's like not, yeah, it's not a fear of gay people. It's just that it's a control. Whenever someone tries to put you into a box and give you a label, reject it. Fucking reject. You know, always know your biases, but reject every fucking label someone sticks on you. You're not homophobic. You just don't agree with it. Doesn't mean you're bad. Just don't agree with it. You know, there's a lot of things about the lifestyle you don't like. Well, you're allowed to do that. You have every right to fucking not want to say the names and join the party. You know, you have the right to go to your own party. Yeah, Vinny. Vinny, I agree. Well, I think here's the difference. I agree, but I want to add some here. It's less about not caring. You got to care what people think, because that's how you engage the world. But you just can't be afraid of it when you don't agree with it. You can't be afraid of expressing yourself with somebody who disagrees. You got to understand that you be respectful. Always be respectful. Always be courteous. Don't always be courteous. Respect has got to be earned, but always be courteous, right? And that's the idea. Like you know, define yourself, but always be courteous. You know. No, I blew my voice out. I had a gig a couple nights ago where I had to get loud. Played an FBI guy. We raided we raided. Played it. My character was an FBI guy, and we raided this crazy Illuminati party in the script in the story. So it was fucking wild. I can't wait to show you this. This is going to be so much fun to show you guys. I can't do it yet, but I had so much freaking fun. Yeah. Well, my voice was worse yesterday. Yeah, and on this side too. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's sad that it's the the shipping and the taxes cost more than the product itself. It's insane. I got to find a better way to do it. It's just that you got to separate the payments and you got to do a lot of paperwork. Like it takes me an hour to get shit. Yeah, it's just crazy. But hey Ghost, how you doing? Ultra Blade, there's my buddy. Behave, Allie, behave. Oh, my hairline's been pushed back for a long time. Look at that. Even in that poster up there. See it's pretty much the same hairline that I was dyeing my hair back then. I've had gray hair since I was 36. So I dye it a lot. Just happens that these jobs I'm in, they want the silver hair and stuff. Yeah. I have one more job. I start a film on Sunday, tomorrow. And then I got to dye it black. And then I have a commercial. Yeah, so I got 2 jobs left with the white hair. And then I go back to dark. Yeah, but I've been dyeing my hair forever, since I was like in my mid-30s. Yeah. I usually yell back something that's yeah. There's always it's tough. It's tough when you trigger people, when people get triggered. You've never triggered anybody. People get triggered. You cannot trigger somebody else. If they decide to agree with what you're saying and they take it personally, it's not you, right? So never take on someone else's idiocy. We are live, David. We are live. No, not an onion. Not an onion. You know that. Cold. I can talk about Cold War. No, they did not. We did not have it. We had no, there was no direct negotiations about Cold War. So that's all I can say about that. Jude, I will have it posted everywhere. It's a huge venue. You're gonna recognize it instantly. It's a huge venue. It's a huge what can I call it? Yeah, you're gonna know these guys. It's gonna be pretty obvious. Yeah. It is hammered shit. It's torn up. It's kind of set me back. It's recording to do, but now I'm gonna be doing this instead. Sup, Platonia? Yeah, I can't wait. Rich is such a great guy. Gonna have some guests on board too. Some people who, some guests. I'm gonna have some special guests, surprise guests. Well, I'm working, man. I started a movie. All right, for those of you who don't know, Rick Derby is he's a counselor at the the Gay Men's Christian Association in New York. Derby's my best friend. Yeah, I've known this guy for 50 years. Anyways. All right, Rick, good one. Hey, I love Belgium. I was there. I played hockey there for one season. I did learn a lot of Flemish, a lot of French. Will you met me dancing in French? Yeah, I love Belgium. We did well. We won the national championship. I was playing hockey there. Love the people, love the beer, love the French fries. Hate the weather. Rained every day. Yeah. It's great. I love Belgium. 8,000. It was the exact same game for me. It was like one long. It was like 4 years. It was like it never ended. It just kind of rolled from one to the other. So it is the same game for me. Hey, Chloe, I am not talking about Black Ops 6. I am in a Western, and it's terrible. I'm not telling you the name of it. It is awful. It is awful. It's a spoof, and it's awful, and I'm awful in it, so I'm not going to tell you the name of it. Yeah. Pasta don't count for shit in the jungle. This is Alfredo, baby. Yeah, me too, man. Actually, I'm playing today. I gotta play today at 3:00. At the range, I 17. I got an SMP, and I have a couple of shotguns. My buddy, I have friends who bring the heavy artillery, the ARs, and the 306s and stuff. So yeah, haven't been to the range in a while. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear back on a couple Comic-Con appearances, so that should be this summer. And I think I may be in New York the first week in second week in July. I'm on hold for a commercial that shoots there, so I could be in New York. So did you watch the playoffs? No, I have not been to Seattle. I haven't. I've been to Portland, but not Seattle. Hey, Matt, good morning to you, too. We're working on it, Liz Gal. We are working on it, kid. We are working on it. I was growing up, I was a meat fisherman. As a pastime, I don't know. I haven't. I have a hard time sitting doing anything right now. Yeah, I'm a little overstimulated, so fishing is harder for me right now. Hey, SFM, thanks, appreciate that. Hey, Grapefruit. Use for exactly what we're doing now to reach out, connect with the fan base, stay in touch. That's kind of it's what I do this for. I'll look into it. I've done Calgary. I've done Toronto. Yeah, I'd go back to Canada. Hey, Zachus, how you doing? Hey, Josh. No, Josh. There's actually a video down. It's a whole playlist down below called "How I Became Woods." Go watch that. Get back and we'll talk. It's down below. Look in the playlist on Sarge's Corner on YouTube. It's called "How I Became Woods." It's a whole story there. It's kind of cool. I've not been to Korea. Looking to go on a work situation. Yeah. Huh. So I have shrunk. You tell me I shrank? Huh. Oh, am I boring you? Meow. I'm so sorry. I'm boring you. Oh, my goodness. Brother, they depended on what studio we're shooting at. Sometimes they had the Galil, other times they had the M4. Other time, I mean, the prop weapons did not matter because they was all filled in by the computer anyway. So the prop guns, as long as you had, it was just there so we could have something to actually play with. So I used a lot of different prop guns. Yeah. It's psychotic. I love it. They're all great question. They're all phonetic. We had a couple of guys on set were actual Russians, and they helped me out a lot. I mean, the cast and crew are always great at these things. So, these kind of projects, people are pretty helpful. And so I spent a lot of time getting the phonetics right. And trying to give it some substance. I do not have any pets. I'm an uncle to many, many pets, but I do not have any myself. Yeah, Toby, Rich is a great guy. He's just one of the best men I know. Great actor, but he's a good man. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff. I haven't. This week is like I start a movie tomorrow. Cool part. It's like a sci-fi thing. And then I finished ADR for another cool sci-fi thing that should be coming out in September. And then what else am I doing this week? Yeah, and then I go to New York. I hope I go to New York. I have seen Goodfellas, one of the best movies I've ever seen. I watched Goodfellas and I watched Casino. I tag team them, I wasn't on set with him very often. Everyone's a pro, man. You go to work, you go there, and rarely, unless sometimes the stars can be problematic, but most people show up, hit the mark, say their money, and go collect their, say their line, and go collect their check. Most guys are professional. Rarely do you get somebody who disrupts. Josh, I'm not really a voice actor, buddy. I've done voice acting jobs. I'm a straight up actor, legit actor. Yeah. I mean, it's just that I was hired to do Woods, and then from Woods, other things came, but I don't really pursue voiceover work. That's not my primary mission. Nice. Yeah, listen. When you watch Goodfellas, you have to watch. It's almost like it's like a sequel for me for some reason. It's like watching a sequel to Goodfellas. Hey, Raven King, it's going great, man. BL, thanks, man. Yeah, well, that dropped in my lap. That was Keith, my buddy Keith. Yeah, I mean that's the thing about once you're in the circle, and you make friends with people. It's who do you want to work with? Somebody you know or somebody you don't know. And when you have a good experience, and I worked with the director of that thing for 10 years, so we have a nice relationship, and he's hired me for many things. So you just hire people you trust and people you know. It just streamlines the process. Oh, there's so many. Although my cousin Vinny is pretty fucking great. The two youths. Master Go, I have been, I am. I was going good until I blew up my freaking voice. Now I got to wait another 5 days to get back. Yeah, I've rewritten the whole thing. I've rewritten 2 or 3 of these. And I got some good stuff. My cousin Vinny, one of the best comedies ever. He's great in that. Yeah, he. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tragic what happened with De Niro, with the whole all his politics. I mean, that's so insane what he's done. Like, they're coming after me. They're coming after you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Must be. It has to be the vaccines. It has to be. Oh yeah. Well, that's about Cousin Vinny. It's like it was such a, that is how it was great screenwriting. To me, that was great writing. The plot, two guys who are just, and it deals with bias. It deals with, with a lack of understandings. And it's just a really well written film. Hey, Platonia. Come on, man. He's he's a Robert De Niro. I'm in most of them. I am in most of the bad. There's bad movies I'm in, and there's bad movies I am bad in them. Yeah. All right, Liz Gal, great seeing you, kid. Keep up the good work. Yeah, it's a shorty today. All right, we're going to step out of here exactly at 1 hour. I have to get a few things done. Hey, we don't hate anyone, okay? Stop saying it. You don't hate anyone. You may dislike her politics. You may dislike her presentation, but let's not hate. I disagree with that. I don't. Some things I don't like about her. I know she's really good to her fans. I looked at it. So you always got to find something positive in people. You gotta fight for it. Yeah, you're gonna disagree, but you got to look for the commonalities. That's good practice. Good idea. All right, David, get out of here, man. Yeah, well, Vigo, Ed Harris, Vigo, and somebody else, they always say we look alike until Ed Harris, until we get in the room together, and we look nothing alike. It's an energy. It's just an energy thing, yeah. All right, Jude, I just started watching Fallout last night, and I got sucked into the black hole. I watched 4 episodes, 5 episodes. I love it. I love the show on Prime. I freaking love it. Hey, Ghost, I do not know Flores fan Bovlander. Yeah, I don't know who that is. No, I don't. I'm going to put it. We don't even look at. No. That's no. I never met Michael Keaton. Never met him. He just did the voiceover. His actual role was played by an actor named Andrew Hawks. Yeah. Hey, Frostburn, how you doing? The 2 things. One is the glare off the screen hurts my eyes. I spend a lot of time on the computer, and yeah, that's the deal. It's mostly because I'm on this. I edit all day. I'm on the screen 8 hours a day, and it really messes my eyes up. So, I'm so glad. I'm so happy it got to you. Sometimes you guys don't know how to. You don't know how to address an envelope, and it takes me 2 or 3 times. It takes a lot of effort to get you an envelope sometimes, because the character's based on me. Now, and I look, old man looks. I look more. I am closer to old man Woods than I am to young man Woods in terms of age. So it's a blast. Well, it wasn't an iconic character when I was playing it. You know what I mean? It became an iconic character. I had no idea what it was going to be. You know, it just show up at my Mark Say My Lines. I had no idea. I didn't make this happen. It just happened. You know, Teddy Bush. Love The Simpsons. Walter Goggins rarely does not kill what he does. He's just a great actor. Everything he does, he's good in. He's been good since he was on, what was it called? The Shield. He's been a great actor since day one. He's been in everything, you know. Sure, that's true. Also, it keeps my eyes from burning out. That's true. I'm afraid to wear him because Dr. Disrespect wore him, and I don't want people throwing me into that fucking cesspool with him. But there's an element of feeling cool, sure. I'm not gonna lie about that. Thanks, Captain Britain. I appreciate that. Okay, how did you find 1881 Zombies? How did you find that? That is fucking amazing. 1881 Zombies is one of the first movies that I ever did. That's 2006 maybe. It's a Western zombie, and the production value it's almost so bad it's good. Yeah, but that was fun. I still have that coat. I have it. Yeah. Still have that coat. Yeah. Wow, you saw 1881 Zombies. Holy cow. Dude, we have a deadline. We were always due by September 7th, in mid-September, because they had to just lock it up. But I was doing rewrites and reshoots, recordings right up until the very end. Yeah. It is. Is it a short? I can't remember. Is it a short film? 1881 Zombies. It's a great premise. They didn't have enough money to do it right, but it's almost camp. Yeah, it's almost camp. So I should have a stogie. Pedro, you want me to have a stogie? Yeah. Is that better? I always have my stogie. I love that. Tony, I love that. I love the effort. I love that. There you go, Meow. There's a smile. I love Meow. They're a bit scratchy. Then I learned to wear a Under Armour compression fit had just come out, so I learned to put Under Armour underneath the suit because it was really scratchy. And they had these Velcro patches where all the dots went, the balls. So yeah, that was it was uncomfortable. But you know what, man? You adapt. You just use it as part of the character. You know, you just use experience as part of the scene. Hi, Jordan. Thank you. I was new. I had just started acting. That was a really good job for me because it was one of the earlier jobs, and it really gave me the sense of being on set and being a lead and trying to deal with all the elements of being in the film. It's great. It was a great opportunity. Glad I got it. Hey, Deutsch, how you doing? Whenever they ask me, my friend, whenever they ask me, I like it when they have intelligent science. And I like it when they have what I call accurate extrapolation. So if somebody went into a bunker in 1950 and they've been there for how many decades, what would that look like? And it's a video game, so you got to suspend reality for a little bit. But I just like how they have a combination, almost like steampunk and high tech. You know, like there's I call it black box technology. So there's things they have like, well, how do they do that? How does that machine reattach your finger like that. But that technology is on the way, right? I'm sure it is. So that's, that's what I like it when I make reasonable leaps in logic and narrative. And I thought it was really smart. And some of the things are really smart. And their casting was good. Well, it does help a little. I do, yeah. Jeff's a good guy. I enjoy interacting with COD actors. I really do. I don't think I ever said that. Buckle up, Buttercup. Yeah. See, Woods does not do that. Buckle up, Buttercup. See, what I think happened is they forgot that Woods never shames you. Like to call you, to insult you that way. Hey, Buttercup. That wasn't, hey, dipshit, get in there. Buttercup is like an onion line. It's cheap. It's very feminine. It's like it's a men talking feminine. Come on, Buttercup. And I don't think doesn't. Let's go, dipshit. Get in the fucking Jeep. That's Woods. Oh, thanks, Platonia. That's a really nice comparison. Thank you. I was not. No, I do not. I don't ride bicycles anymore, unless I'm in the park. I watch too many people. First of all, riding a motorcycle in LA is just really dangerous, and the behavior of people riding motorcycles is so inappropriate. Anyways, I don't ride motorcycles. I rode dirt bikes. I took a dirt bike. I was on a show called Dirt, and I took a dirt bike class with Honda. They brought me down to the facility and they trained me on that, but I don't have an interest. Irish Lizard, good to see you. Well, Rooker's a little different than the Woods character. Rooker's character, I appreciate that. Thank you. I know Mike is a good guy, little nuts, great actor. He's got, where Woods is a little more measured, Rooker is a lot edgier than Woods. A lot edgier. You watch Cold Water, 1881 Zombies. You can, unless you have nothing else to do. But Cold Water is a good movie. Watch that. Slasher's great. He's smart. Slasher's a good man. No. Hey, Jesus, how you doing? Well, I think a lot of times things like Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is because they're trying to avoid a saturation of profanity. So that's one of those things we use. Guys, I wrote a lot of stuff like this, and they say we call it a profanity saturation point. So what the fuck? That's WTF, right? What the fuck? So Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. It softens the. It helps to desaturate the profanity in overall in the game. Because we actually had to do like for Walmart, we had to do a sanitary version where you have to go through and pull out all profanity for Walmart. Yeah. Bad shit's gonna happen. It's Nurse Batshit. 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 It's a throwback to Nurse Ratshit from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, remember One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson? Hey, Nurse Ratshit. You know, so this is Nurse Batshit. Retro, love you back. You know. Henry Gillette, how you doing, pal? Good to see you. Drink a lot of water. Get 8 hours of sleep. Drink water. Exercise every day. Boom, nailed it. I would love to do that for you. I don't have the energy, and my voice was, what the fuck was I doing? What the fuck was I doing? Right down in there. Yeah, that's a great scene. That was a blast. Alien Harvest was a blast. Oh my God, that was amazing. Yeah, that was great. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, don't think too. Yeah, don't think too deeply on that. It just rolls off. It's sort of like a funny. It's a funny insult. Hey, Nurse Batshit, you know, because he's crazy. You can't. Well, if you saw, I'm gonna post the scenes that it actually came in that never got, where she walks in, and the gag was that this nurse and Woods were fighting all the time. We have so many gags and so many bits that never made the game because it would have been 10 hours long. So there's this one, and the actress was great, and she's come in and she would fight with me all the time, and we'd call each other names. And it was just, in a couple of scenes, David Mason had to break it up. It was just a really fun. It's some fun stuff, but it never made it. Just never made it. There's so many things that make the game. Sarge's corner was actually Sarge's grill from a scene, another scene where all the characters would hang out, like a bar on a beach, and all the characters would hang out there, and that was Sarge's grill, Sarge's corner, and it was called Sarge's grill at the time. And so there's this, you know, like he had the Avenged Sevenfold scene. I had written the scene where, you know, just it was another Easter egg. Where, you know, Reznov and Christian, everybody's hanging out, drinking and laughing, and like you know, talking about the shit. You know, it's like when, like, I thought about what happens when you meet your old athletic rivals. You know, you had a bar, and hey, I remember when you tricked me, and yeah, well, we beat you. You know, that kind of camaraderie that people have, that athletes have. I said, here's a great scene when you do that, where all the characters got together. You know, Reznov was holding court, and it was a fun scene. Never made it though. You know, would have cost probably $300,000 to shoot it. So, oh, I know exactly what he'd be like. He's based on my old man. Glitching with the thugs. Well, I'm glad you're here, but get to meet the other folks in the community. This is a really good community. A lot of support. People have made lifetime friends here. So, yeah. Oh, Bacon. I thank you for, yeah. I'm so glad that was requested. You know, I love doing cameos. I've gotten some great requests. I get some stupid shit too, but most are really great requests. You know. Yeah, another nice way we can move. Great job, Reaper. Great job. Hey, Quickster. Glad it worked out. I did like a dragon, a man who changed his name. Yeah, I've done 3 of those. I've done all 3 of those, yeah. Hi Ryan, how you doing? Well, it was just funny because it's just this, they just, it was a really great relationship. I wish we could have gone further with it, but. With soda? What soda does, oh man, give me soda. None of that diet crap. The only soda I would drink is a root beer. Yeah. Woods drinks root beer. And not that diet crap, the good shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I have to set up a sort of a subscription page. I gotta privatize it. I can't have this out in public. I gotta be able to keep control of it. So I'll do. I'm working on doing a subscription page, a members page, and you can see all the real. I have a lot of cool stuff that no one's ever seen before. I posted on that. Hey, crazy skate dude, glad you're here. Yeah, we're getting close to being done. Yeah. Rich and I we're lifetime friends. We will always be friends. We're talking, and he's gonna come on the show. We're gonna just talk about the game. You guys can call in. You can ask questions. We have a signing. There's a link to the Streamly signing somewhere, and he's signing posters. You can go to Streamly, order a poster, and then you come on the show, and Rich will, you can talk to Rich and sign things, and ask him questions about the game, and you can personalize your poster. So that's on the 25th. Doing that. My favorite Christmas film. Damn. I got it. Probably Charlie Brown's Christmas. Yeah. Well, it wasn't great. Now, in the Treyarch production studios, they had 3 kitchens, and it was amazing. But on set, we really had to limit, because we had, at the time, they would glue all these dots onto your face, and that's how the computer would track your face, right? They made a grid out of dots, and they put them on your lips, and there'd be dozens here. And if you eat, if you have lunch or you drink a soda, you'd be missing 2 or 3, and it'd take 20 minutes to reattach them. So we really avoided having to eat or drink anything. They treated us well. I mean, it's not like being on like a television set, like a Cold Case or a network television or a big film like Transformers. That's freaking insane. I mean, it's like you're insane. And the problem is, when I work, I don't eat. I wait the end. I don't eat lunch either. I just try not to eat it because I just feel better when I'm hungry. So, but I try to save. But yeah, they treated us well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Wood's favorite musical artists would be probably Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan, and a guy named Reckless Kelly. Yeah. And Jerry Jeff Walker. I'm not a fan. Life's too short. I hope not, because if a CIA agent dresses like this, he's blowing his cover. He's totally, maybe in a movie he looks this way, but no. Of course, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Not even a fucking question. It's all right. Yeah. Oh, The Rock. I don't know. I mean, he's good at what he does. It's pretty much the same movie all the time, isn't it? I mean, like, Rock comes up, so flexes the biceps, kicks some ass, saves the girl, flies home. So it's the same. It's kind of like watching it's like there's certain movies that's what he does, and he's great at it. So yeah, I mean, he's you watch one Rock movie, I've seen them all, but it's entertainment, as it should be. The movie itself, Jim Caviezel's a great actor. The movie's good. The subject matter is disturbing, Actually, I had that list. I had it on my iPod, and I'd walk in, and we'd have back in the day, just a long time ago, my iPod, we had a little speaker system. I'd plug it in, and I had like 40. It took maybe 90 minutes to get ready between putting on the uniform, sitting in the chair, and getting the dots put on. And I had this playlist, and there was all this stuff from the 60s era, from the Vietnam era, and that was the soundtrack for me for the game. Everyone else too. Oh my God. No, not Machine Gun. Reckless Kelly. He's a country western guy. He's from Texas. Love his stuff. I don't know who Machine Gun Kelly is. I respect the theatrics. I respect what it takes, the athletics. I don't spend a lot of time with that. It's not something I find compelling, but I respect it. What these guys are doing is freaking hard. That the athleticism it takes to be a professional wrestler, it's impressive. That's what I look at. But in terms of all the bombacity, I'm fine. Die Hard won. The other ones are just weak. All right, Ted 1 and Ted 2. Maybe my. Yeah, I love Ted. I've seen those a lot. The Ted movies are great. They're fucking great. I don't like that. I mean, the guy who created it, I hate that he insults people who are conservatives. Just because your politics are way. Like, this has happened too much. All these guys who are highly successful in Hollywood just insult working class Americans. The people who pay tickets to see their movies, you get them on talk shows, they just fucking, because they insult them for their politics. It's fucking insane. Yes, both. I love a good espresso in the morning. I drink iced tea all day long. I drink a lot of tea. My teeth are going yellow, I think. I agree. Tea is life juice. Oh my goodness. I have to think that through. There's so many great movies out there. Let me think that through. Brother, of course I will. I read whatever you want, man. Just get it. Come on, we'll talk. You come on the show on the 25th, and we'll talk about what you want, where you want it, and we'll have a conversation. Love to. Oh, the one where he plays, he those robots. He plays the boxing with the robots. That's his best film. Seth MacFarlane, really nice guy. He did a really nice thing. A friend of mine, a director, a guy directed me in some zombie film. We were at a restaurant, and he walked up to Seth and asked him to say something for his girlfriend's birthday, and Seth did. He's a cool dude. I just think that when it comes to the politics, because people just hate Trump so much, And then they get really emotional and they say things that are like, dude, like I love Family Guy. Are you kidding me? Family Guy's great. But that's the thing. When he starts insulting people because they vote for Trump, I think that's ridiculous. Don't do that. These people are your fans. Don't insult them because they want a border. Don't do that. I don't do that. I have players. I'm a big fan of Cal McCarr. I think Connor McDavid is something. I think he's an alien. He's amazing. And then I love, of course, so I like players. Teams are hard to stay behind because they change so quickly, It's good. I mean, it was great. For its time, was groundbreaking. I think 1917 is better. I think All Quiet on the Western Front is better. I think Platoon was better. I think Apocalypse Now was just quintessential. But Saving Ryan's Privates was a good movie. I mean, it really, that the beach scene was great. So, hey Ronan, jazz guitar, yeah. Rebellious Cat is back. Yeah. Oh my God, sorry. I have. Black Hawk Down was excellent. Excellent film. Yeah, excellent film. Frustrating to watch that film. And so is the one, was it 13 Hours? One about Benghazi. That's infuriating. That that lost me. That when that happened, I used to support. I used to be a lot more liberal until that happened. And when you let Americans die, and then Afghanistan, it was off Afghanistan. It was just when you let American servicemen die, or people just fly a fucking jet over there. So I had to get a couple F-16s, low passes. They would scatter, and they didn't. You got to figure out what happened. Why did they not use our massive military capabilities to protect that? Because the government, anyways, don't get me started on that. Get a gunship overhead. It would fix it real fast. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that pisses me off. Like, there are so many ways when you talk to military experts, there's so many ways they could have remedied that, and quickly. Just fucking fly a jet over there. Just one F-16. Jesus. Do a low pass. It would just, I'm telling you that there's so much they could have done and they didn't do it. Oh, you say Bloodline, I think of the TV show. Hey, Fire Hazard, good to see you, man. Yeah, I don't understand how that happened. I mean, there's so many the alignment. It's just I really have a hard time understanding how it gets so visceral and so toxic so fast. It's like you don't want a border. You don't want to support American businesses. You don't want to have autonomy. I don't know what they're listening to. Yeah, it makes you wonder, Then you listen to guys like Sean Ryan. He starts talking about all the unknown things, like how they're paying the Taliban now to hunt ISIS or something. Yeah. Again, there's so many things that are just kept from us, and then. And then they're pissed at Trump because he speaks like a truck driver and he has bad tweets. That's what you're worried about. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Most times when you see these movies, they are fictionalized because it's not as black and white as you make it. You know. So, I have seen Glory. Yeah, I have seen that movie. You mean Emerson Brooks? Emerson went on to have a wonderful career. A wonderful career. He does a lot of work. He's a great actor. In the when you look at well, I'm sure that the people who designed it looked at pictures of actual SOG personnel from Vietnam, and they wore them, but they were actually towels because they sweated so much in the jungle. They needed something to keep the, and then they had the other bandanas that were like for keep bugs off their heads. But yeah, they were functional in there to to keep to put a towel on your head and keep sweat off your head. You know. Yeah, it makes people crazy, and it's the oddest thing. Like you're just, well, I support this guy. It's that I think a lot of it is when you don't get your head out of the echo chamber you're in, and when you don't, all you hear is just you listen to MSNBC. These guys just, I mean, all right, this the lies. I mean, just it's just they can't truly be lying as much as they are. I don't understand it. Like, do you think people are going to find out? Anyways, I just find it's unfortunate that we're not able to have a conversation about politics without somebody losing their fucking mind. You know, because we got to solve problems. We got to solve the problems. I mean, the debate was okay, but then talk about the border. How do we solve the border? What's your plan? They threw rocks at each other the whole fucking time. Like they're throwing rocks at each other. Well, you smell like poop. Well, you smell like dog poop. You smell like cat poop. You know, it's like, come on. How are you going to solve the border problem? How are you going to solve Medicare? You know, I heard no answers. I just heard two guys throwing rocks at each other, and that's where the problem is for me. And unfortunately, right now, I blame the left because they're not allowing any type of conservative thought come in. You know, there's like, wait a minute, you don't you have compassion for these people coming over the border who have no support? We have 10, 12 million people. There's no way we can pay for that. I mean, look at Europe. Look what's happening in Europe. You know, you can't bring in millions of people and not assimilate them. It's going to create havoc, and like it makes no sense why it's happening. And we got to talk about it. But you bring it up. Well, you're a racist and you're a Nazi. No, just you understand some things here. Yeah, I remember that story, and he really was not part of that movie. I don't. It's Oh, I don't remember. I love the Harry Potter movie. The Harry Potter movies. Top Boy is great. I love it. Wasn't that Guy Ritchie? Wasn't Top Boy Guy Ritchie? Yeah. Some of the cinema comes out of the UK. It's just I love it. All that stuff. Cryptics, how you doing? Harry Potter, I know. I'm a fucking idiot. All right, so it's quarter after 10. I have to get myself organized here. All right, it's a hockey day. Oh, I think we're talking about a different This Top Boy was from the 80s. It's an Irish crime film, like from the 80s. I think we're talking about a different movie here. Yeah, and the least amount of crime, and the least amount of inflation, and yeah, there's a lot. Poland, Hungary, they're doing something. They saw what was happening elsewhere. Again, I don't know how much of what's happening in Europe is overstated or sort of exacerbated. What's the word? Is like amplified, right? I don't know how much of it's really happening. I don't know much is because when you watch news, you know what's going on. You know who's being honest. Dude, I don't know anything about Drake's controversy. Again, I know that people get in trouble. Hey, Papa Soup. I just know that people, it's hard when you are become famous and you're rich. People do not call you on shit. They and your behavior gets progressively worse and worse and worse and worse because no one's checking you out. And you can always buy your way out of stuff. It gets to a tipping point where also you do something that's really abhorrent, or somebody accuses you of something, but they have this history. It's keep your head down, be grateful, and just be able to know what you want to do next. Hey, Paul Breslin, got your back, man. It's going good, man. We're ready to close shop here. It's been an hour and a half. He wouldn't have left the military. He would have become like a private contractor or something like that. Actually, you can watch. There's a film I did called Cold Water, which when I played it, it's not connected to Black Ops in any way. But when I played it, it's what Woods would have done had he left the military, and he would have become like the head of a camp that helps to rehabilitate criminal youth, and that's what Cold Water's about. It's a good movie. Well, it's always been that way, but now it's a little out of hand, I think. People show up your door because you want to say, hey, I don't think men are women, and then they think they call it hate speech. I go, no, I just don't believe it. Anyways. Yeah, Plutoni, I'm working with the guys from Couch next Tuesday, I believe. And that's Tuesday. I visited West Point. They recruited me to play hockey there. If it was Air Force, because I wanted to fly. I said, if you guys offer me jets, I'll sign up. I was going to be a pilot, and I could never afford flying lessons. So I went to West Point, and they said, no, we probably don't have. We can't get you in the air, but we get you in a tank. And I'm fucking claustrophobic, so no, I turned down the opportunity to go to West Point. Yeah. And I had to go through a whole process too. Like there's a vetting process. If you're an athlete, it's easier. They do more of the work for you because they want you. They're recruiting us to play hockey there or football, but you still have to go through the vetting process. Yes, so I was still a ways away from actually getting an appointment, but I was a lot. Being recruited at West Point was, you had a leg up. You had a better chance of getting in. Meow. Oh boy. I don't know, man. Again, Tom Cruise is. I love all the Mission Impossibles, but Tom Cruise is. You get a Tom Cruise film. It's a Tom Cruise film, right? You know what you're gonna get. You know, probably. The Day After Tomorrow. I like that. I like that film. No, you're not broccoli. Yeah, well, jump on it. I mean, because if you don't start doing it, it doesn't happen. You gotta focus and get it done. Collateral is good, but that's not really his movie. That's Jamie Foxx's movie. You know, Cruise is he's a beast. He's a fucking beast. You know. Yeah, we're here. It's in Burbank where I'm at. It's been hot. Yeah, it's been hot. I've actually turned the air conditioning on. I don't do that much, but it's hot. Yeah, it's getting hot. Summer, LA. It's getting hot. It gets hot. I'm doing great. I'm about to close shop here. I'll go to 1:30, then I'm definitely hitting the road. Yeah. Did you guys watch the debate? Did you guys watch the debate at all? Yeah, well, it's June, almost July. We're in midsummer. It's going to be freaking hot. I was planning on going to Greece next week for our buddy's wedding, but between work obligations and then I read the weather projections, like, oh my God, I don't know if I want to be in that heat. If I'm taking a vacation, I'm going up north where it's a little bit cooler. Yeah, Tornado, thank you for everything. As always. Hey, Len, I'm doing great. Summer's good. I'm working. Got a lot going on. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's tough. Well, I think it's not politics. You got to look at January 6th as an event and really understand that there's so much more we don't know about it. I mean, we're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars at stake. We're talking about, we're talking about again, people will do crazy shit for that amount of money. And remember, when you get crazy enough, when you have enough anger, someone revs you up, you start doing shit that you wouldn't expect normal people to do, but get somebody pissed off enough. I mean, just look what happened in Russia. When they turned, everybody became there's no men and women. You're comrades. So the whole communist thing come out of Russia, coming out of China, was you weren't male or female, you were a comrade. And they neutralized everybody. And those who didn't agree with that, they murdered millions and millions of people. Millions. And even in Germany, like, how do you, like, you got to be so programmed and so you're surrounded by this echo chamber, and you hear something enough, you start believing it. You hear something enough, it'll become a thought, becomes a belief with time attention becomes your momentum. See, people do horrible things to each other because they're told it's okay. Well, hey, your God said you're an infidel. I can kill you and make you a slave. I mean, and you believe that shit. So it's important to pay attention to these events because it's not what it seems. I mean, especially with January 6th, right? Think, well, wait a minute. For the conservatives who have guns, there's no guns. There's no tanks. There's no real. It wasn't like Bolivia that they were, or Russia, where the guys show up with tanks and artillery. There's a bunch of people who were let in there by the police. It was just so. There's so many things you got to look at. Don't just put your head in the sand anymore, because you got to start educating and looking at both sides of what happened. Yeah, that was sad. I mean, that was freaking sad. It did make me proud to be an American that they have him up there. Well, what did they argue with you about? I mean, obviously he's unfit. Obviously he's not. Obviously he's not the president. Obviously someone else is making all. The guy can't put a sentence together. So obviously he's not in charge of things, or he's not guiding it. Someone else is, and that's where That's what you have to look at. That's what terrifies me when you listen to Biden speak. Like, holy shit, this guy's been this way for a while now. I mean, all the outlets on the left say, oh, he's better than ever. No, he's not. And now they're finally, since it's evident that he's got, he's having problems. The question is, well, gee, who's guiding policy? Who's doing that? Who is running the ship, All right, get out of here. We're 4 minutes away. Well, I mean, that's a little unfair. It's not a sudden love of money. They're not making the games for free. It's not a civil right, right? They're trying to make a profit. These games cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make and promote and support. And they have, the company is owned by stockholders, and I have been to stockholder meetings. They beat these guys up. They want the stock price up there. They want a dividend. So they're facing pressures to make money. And remember something. No one's forcing you to buy this game. It's a volunteer, okay? It's a you're volunteering for this thing. So be very, 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 very specific. They do things because they got to make a profit. And you decide whether it's worth it to play the game or buy it or not. You're not a victim. Because when we start talking about, their love of money, we all like money. We all want money. We all need money. We all need to, they just happen to have a really big platform. And it's easy to attack them and say that they're being greedy, whatever that is. But at the end of the day, you have the freedom not to buy it. You have the freedom not to participate in this particular sale. Don't ever forget that. Yeah, okay. If you don't like the way they're acting, don't buy their product. And you're a really good cat, Meow. You're a very good cat. Thanks for being here. Well, just remember, baloney. Most of the stuff you hear about Trump is made up. He never called soldiers suckers. He never said, "I want to grab a woman by the thing." If you go back and listen to the conversation, that's not what that conversation was. It's a locker room. It was a golf thing. It was two jocks being boys. and he wasn't even present. I mean, all the stuff they're saying is manufactured, and that's where you gotta get careful. When I hear, oh, wait a minute, he didn't say that. You didn't say that. Look, go back and read it. Don't just listen. I mean, like they're having on MSNBC, they're showing artist rendering. They hired an artist to make a picture of Woods of Trump, and that's an artist's impression, and he's hired to make it look bad. Anyways, that's my point. Just be independent. Look, see all sides of the equation and think long thoughts. I think any military man would be a better candidate. Or how about Mark Robinson? Give me him. The guy from North Carolina, big black dude, fucking amazing politician. Give me him. I'll take him. All right, Fireheads, get going. Yeah, and you can't believe anything, man. You really can't believe anything, because there are people in North Korea and China sitting in computer centers generating all this content that saturates your phones and you gotta be really, you're being programmed by TikTok and Instagram. Be very selective, Oh, thanks, Olak. Appreciate that, Good thing to be, as long as you can able to articulate and understand that not everybody agrees with your point of view, and if you're respected, but being respectful, being courteous, minimum being courteous, right? All right, Plutonian, get out of here. He doesn't have a shot in hell. He's not part of it. I mean, he's, cool, man. Can't wait to look. Hey, Emma Fitz, how you doing? All right, I'm done. Get out of here. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for talking. Thanks for being a great community. And I'm an espresso guy. I'm drinking coffee right now. So yeah, good stuff. Good talk. Love this community. Keep coming back. Appreciate you all. And yeah, okay. Rich is, if you go to the Streamily, there's going to be on Streamily, there's, just pay attention. I'll post it again. You can go on to Streamily, Rich McDonald, Streamily, STREAMILY, and you can see his stuff, and you can buy one. And during the show, you can come out, you can talk to Rich, and you can sign it. He can sign it for you, you can personalize it. And yeah, okay. I'm out of here. Take care, and Woods out.